And as we track Hurricane Michael, there's, of course, the political storm in this country. Just a little while ago, at a campaign rally in Iowa, a 1 hour and 16-minute rally where the president never got around to mentioning the hurricane headed for Florida, he did find time, though, to unload on Democrats, using the new Republican talking point, calling them, here it is, this is a new point, a mob.
You don't hand matches to an arsonist, and you don't give power to an angry left-wing mob, and that's what the Democrats have become.
Okay, so facts on this show. Facts. I thank you for, you tune in every night for the facts, so thank you. So let's remember the facts here. The real mob, not Democrats, the real mob is a mob of white supremacists who killed a woman in Charlottesville. Killed. People who are voicing their opinion about something that they don't believe in or that they think is bad for them is how the government, how the country works. That's not a mob. And this is what the president, see those white supremacists, this is what he called that mob.
You also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did.
Mob of white supremacists who kill people, very fine people. And then there is a turmoil still raging tonight over the confirmation of Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Less than 24 hours after a major victory for President Trump, putting his pick on the highest court in the land in spite of accusations of sexual assault from a woman the president himself called credible. The ascension of Justice Kavanaugh shining a very bright light on what you could call this president's woman problem. With some women, anyway, let's remember he won among white women. And now, one of the very few women in the Trump cabinet, Ambassador Nikki Haley, surprises just about everybody with the announcement that she is quitting. And unlike a lot of departing members of the Trump administration, whose exits could be described as don't let the door hit you on the way out, Ambassador Haley got a glowing review from the president.
Nikki Haley, ambassador to the United Nations, has been very special to me. She's done an incredible job. She's a fantastic person, very importantly, but she also is somebody that gets it.
Okay, so more facts here. This is why this is an especially big problem for this president. Ambassador Haley is not just a member of the cabinet, okay? Keep that in mind. She is one of only 6 women and one of the most popular in this administration. 75% of Republicans, 55% of Democrats, and 63% of independents gave her a thumbs up in a Quinnipiac poll this spring. That was a point I was making to both Chris's earlier. So there's no question that losing her right now, with just 4 weeks to go until the midterms, with Democrats well ahead of Republicans, there's no question that this is far from good news for this president. 2 administration sources telling CNN the timing of all of this, a top female official exiting on the day Justice Kavanaugh takes the bench, it's not helpful. That's for sure. And the big unanswered question is why? Why? Why is Ambassador Haley quitting now? Those same administration sources say she's been unhappy ever since she was passed over for the Secretary of State job. Glass ceiling, huh? And they say she has presidential ambitions. There are also unanswered questions about Haley's acceptance of 7 free flights from a South Carolina businessman last year. Now, we don't know yet whether any of that factored into her decision. Maybe it did not. We don't know. But sitting beside the president today, she had a lot of glowing things to say about 2 other members of the administration.
I can't say enough good things about Jared and Ivanka. Jared is such a hidden genius that no one understands. And Ivanka's been just a great friend, and they do a lot of things behind the scenes that I wish more people knew about, because we're a better country because they're in this administration.
You know who else was talking about Ivanka Trump today? Her father. Listen to what he said about a replacement for Ambassador Haley.
I've heard a lot of names. I've heard Ivanka. I've heard, how good would Ivanka be? The people that know, there's nothing to do with nepotism, but I want to tell you, the people that know that Ivanka would be dynamite. I think Ivanka would be incredible. That doesn't mean I'd pick her, because you'd be accused of nepotism, even though I'm not sure there's anybody more competent in the world.
Okay, I'm not laughing at the competent part. Listen, you can decide that. But that is the definition. That is exactly what nepotism is. It's like, I don't know why they would accuse me of nepotism. That is what nepotism is. You are hiring a family member with millions of other people in this country who are, you don't think so, but more than qualified for the job, more so than your daughter who sold shoes and jewelry. Now Ivanka Trump has since tweeted that she won't be taking the job. But that doesn't change the fact that her father, nepotism, who is the president of the United States, apparently thinks there would be nothing wrong with giving the job to his daughter. So with all of this, I guess we shouldn't be surprised at some of the people who are now a big part of the political conversation. Listen to what the president says tonight about his BFF, Kanye.
African American unemployment has reached its lowest rate ever recorded in the history of our country. And African American poverty has reached its lowest rate ever recorded. And Kanye West, who gets it, and Big Jim Brown, how do you think he'd do in the NFL today? Bum, the greatest. But they're coming over to the White House very shortly. We're going to have a little lunch and talk about it, but they get it.
So Kanye's going to let the president use him again. But let's remember, talking about African-American unemployment, that's what Kanye wants to go there. African-American unemployment has been declining for years. This is where facts, research, reading, knowledge comes in. Okay, this is where they come in. It was declining way before President Trump took office. But I digress. So Kanye is headed to the White House on Thursday. And remember this?
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm going to let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
So that was, okay, so that moment right there, and the George Bush doesn't care about black people, that's when the same people who are praising him now were calling him the N-word. Kanye, good luck. So Taylor Swift is making a splash in politics to endorsing Democrats in Tennessee in the midterm races, and apparently inspiring 65,000 people to register to vote. Again, the midterms are just 1 month away. And with the country more divided than it has been in years, we could be on the verge of some very big changes.
Subscribe to our channel by clicking the subscribe button. Click the bell button and enjoy the latest uploads from our channel.